Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam Malaysia Madani. I'm your host today, Ama Isam bin Izwan from Crew TVPSS, and welcome to 09 Talk Show. So for today, we have a very special guest here. She is from Japan and she is a part of the Japan Foundation. If you've never heard of it, we will be getting to that later. But let us welcome Miss Umeeda Masako, the Deputy Director of the Japan Foundation in Kuala Lumpur. How are you doing today, Miss?
I'm very good. I
Very
actually
good.
feel very excited to see many people come to this
Yeah,
fair.
it's very celebrative, right? Here
Yes,
in
yes,
the
feel
International
that.
Book Fair.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So first of all, thank you very much for coming onto this talk show with the crew and me. And to start off, could you introduce yourself to everyone watching?
Okay. So again, my name is Masako Umeeda. I'm the Deputy Director of the Japan Foundation. At the same time, the head of the Japanese Language Department of the Japan Foundation.
Oh, wow,
Yes.
very interesting. Okay. So it's such an honor to be here with you. You are someone that is from another country here living in Malaysia, and you are trying to grow the Japanese language in Malaysia, right?
Yes,
Ah,
yes.
okay. So without wasting any time, let's get on with the first question. So the first question is, how was your experience here in Kuala Lumpur International Book Fair? What did you feel when you first stepped in here?
Okay. Actually, this is my first time to join this fair, and I didn't expect this many people come to the fair because the reason is why because there are many saying that not only in Malaysia but nowadays young people don't read much and are more on the phone and so forth so forth. But here I feel the enthusiasm of the people to look for the good books. So like I was so thrilled to see that
Yeah, it's
here.
very exciting, right? Here, there are a lot of
Yeah.
people, though it can be crowded. Sometimes it's hard to get around, but
Yeah.
there are many booths here. You can find many books here. Also,
Mm.
maybe you can shop, find some well-known writers in Malaysia, and
Mm.
also find your favorite books here as well.
Right. Right.
So for the second question,
Mm.
most of the people living in Malaysia don't actually know what the Japan Foundation is.
Mm.
So could you explain what actually is the
Mm.
Japan Foundation?
Okay. So the Japan Foundation is a governmental administrative organization under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan. So we are kind of half governmental organization but half private and things like
Oh,
that. So
okay.
we are non-profit organization
All right.
to promote the mutual understanding between Japan and other countries through cultural exchange programs
Wow.
and education programs. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So you bring the Japanese culture and tradition here into Malaysia for other people to learn, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
So that
okay.
people will know more about the details of the real Japanese culture and
Oh.
language. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Uh,
And for the last question, it's about the growth of the Japanese language, culture, tradition in Malaysia.
mm,
What do you hope, or what is your vision
mm,
on the growth of the Japanese language in Malaysia?
mm. Well, for that question, I have to mention that the Dr. Mahathir's policy about the Look East policy that started in like 1980s, early
1980s.
1980s. So that was definitely the drive to promote the Japanese language
Wow.
here because he tried to make people to learn from Japan and Korea through this
Wow.
policy. But after 40 years have passed since the policy was launched, now we don't see like strong drive like the time he initiated that, policy. So like we want to recreate the people's,
You want to strengthen the drive,
yes,
strengthen the
yes,
drive of the
through
Japanese
our,
culture in
yes,
Malaysia, just
yes,
like he did in the 1980s.
yes,
Wow.
yes. So like we are actually helping the Japanese language teachers here, meaning that no native Malaysian Japanese language teacher who teach Japanese at the secondary schools or universities so that
Wow.
they can upgrade their skill of teaching by, we have the native Japanese language experts to do some training for them. So through this kind of activities, like we are promoting the Japanese language. And also we organize some events like speech contests for the secondary school
Oh,
students
secondary.
to compete with other learners and like win the prize and so forth, so forth.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Yes.
like we encourage them to study more, with
More
fun,
about Japan. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. That is actually a very interesting thing because Malaysia is definitely a well-known country now, but back then it didn't really have a lot of known traits in the world stage. But now we can see that Malaysia has come out and put its name onto the top stage, and we now have tourists from Japan and tourists from Malaysia exchanging our culture, our language to strengthen our what can we say? To strengthen our drive for international affairs. All right.
Yes.
And that is all. That is all for this talk show. That is all the questions. Again, such an honor to be here with you. And before I forget, Miss Masako, right? You can visit our channel SSTP Perlis, and you can watch some of our videos. Maybe give a like and share it with your friends.
Okay.
And also click the subscribe button to support us. And to everyone watching, don't forget to do the same. And that is all for this talk show. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And I guess I'll do a bit of Japanese.
Okay.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
はい、ありがとうございました。